Good night. Go ahead and state your registry.
Sawadia, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yasha'Allah.
Sawadia, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yasha'Allah.
Yahaba Shem Yashar Brakta.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatah.
La Yasha'Allah.
La Yasha'Allah.
What's your phone?
Come. With that, a madium, which means to stand. Is the door locked? Go ahead and check that. Yapon wa hakwadam. Sar, it's like Yapon wa hakwadam. All right, most high Christ. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Lord's Prayer and the Lashon Kodash.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemkav.
Shemkav.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Hawa.
Hawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Ladalanawa.
Ladalanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabwatnawa.
Kabawaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabwakyanawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Walaa.
Walaa.
Tabaayanawa.
Tabaayanawa.
Banasaya 1.
Banasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Habashaynawa.
Habashaynawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapara.
Wahatapara.
La'awalamyum.
La'awalamyum.
Aman.
Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth,
as
it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be
So
it.
be it. This is the Hakak prayer in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Latanlanawa.
Latanlanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Malaka'ah. Salakia. Kal Makala'ah.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarium.
Hamatazarium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakrium.
Lahakrium.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Awakawa.
Awakawa.
Hamata'ala.
Hamata'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Tawada Aman.
The water Aman. And in the English, Lord,
Lord,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushai,
please give us the power.
please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Bless Israel prayer in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wa Yasha'Allah.
Wa Yasha'Allah.
Waha Bayat Saparium.
Wahabaya Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Tawada Aman.
The water Aman. And in the English, what we said was, Lord,
Lord,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushai,
bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and
the school,
and the school,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha,
Aisha,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Aharium,
Ahaharium,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a,
Isarium,
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 Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
wa Arataza,
Wa'arataza,
Al Yathan,
Al Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Al Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wa'ala,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yashra'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al Yad,
Al Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yanyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a, Yakaka,
La'ayakaka,
Wa Yarak,
Wayarak,
Bala Yala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'aka,
Taza'aka,
Waba'aka,
Waba'aka,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aitha,
Wa'aid Awalam,
Wa'ai Awalam. Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I will
hills.
lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade
Yahweh is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is the Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Takarash,
Al-Takarash,
Wa Al-Tashakwat,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al
Al,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awabyaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahamawan,
Yahamawan,
Wama Shana Yaka,
Wamashanayaka,
Nasha Wa Ra'ash,
Nasha'awa,
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 Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al-Aimaka,
Ya I Salakya, Ya Ira Yamwa,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Sawad,
Sawad,
Waya Ta Ya Itazawa,
Wayata Ya'aitazawa,
Al Taza Pa Wanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Armar Salakya, Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wana Kakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Salakya, Magaoya,
Magawaya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwad,
Iwad,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na Wa Salakya, Na Wa Itazawa,
Nawa'aitazawa,
La,
La,
Yakagwa,
Yakabwa,
Al Yaka,
Al-Yaka,
Baryath,
Baryat,
Ya Karathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalia,
Ada Salakya, Ada Wam
Adawam,
Wa Yash Ma'alyam,
Wayashama'aliyam,
Wa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wa Hagarium,
Wahagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Amawan,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa Amalak,
Wa'aimalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
Am Yashabia,
Am Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Laban, Laban, Ya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha, Laham,
Aisha Laham,
Ka Madan Salakia, Ka Madian Salakia, Ka Madian,
Kamadyan,
Kasa Salakia, Kasa'a Yasara'a,
Kasaya Sara'ah,
Ka Yabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Ka Yashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Na Shamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba Ayan Dara'a.
Ba'ayan Dara'ai.
Hayaw. It's like Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shaya Thamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadayab Ma. It's like Nadayab Mawa.
Nadayamawa.
Kai Arab.
Kairab.
Waka Zaab.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakataza Zalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai.
Kaun Nasaya Kamwa.
Kaunasai Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Na Yash. It's like Na Yash Yara Shah.
Nayarashah.
La Nawa.
Lanawa.
Az.
Ah.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
La Panya.
Lapanya.
Raka.
Raka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Byra.
Labaira.
Yaira.
Yaira.
Wakala Haba.
Wakalahabah.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradapma.
Daradapma.
Basa Iraka.
Basa Iraka.
Wabasa Wapathka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
The Bahalam.
Tabahalom.
Malah. So like it. Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kalawan.
Kalawan.
Wahab. Bakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wa Yaba'al Awa.
Wayabahalawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wa Ya. So like it. Wa Yaka. Parwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wa Ya. Badwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wa Ya. Yada Iwa.
Wayada Iwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labarka.
Labarka.
Al Yadawam.
Al Yawan.
Al Kal Al Kal Ha Taza.
Al Koha Arataza. Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Not thou silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo.
For lo.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up their
have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted
Against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said,
Come.
Come,
Let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
Name Yasha
That the name of Yasha
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom
And the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites
Of Moab.
of Moab
And the Hagarenes.
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal.
Gabal
And Ammon.
and Ammon
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
the Philistines,
The inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also was joined with them.
Assur also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah,
Do unto them.
do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the
As
Midianites,
to Sisera.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of
at
Kasan.
the brook of Kasan,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the
They
earth.
had became as dung for the earth.
Make their noble.
Make their nobles
Like Oreb.
like Oreb,
Like Zaid.
like Zaid,
Yea.
yea,
All their princes as
all
Zabah.
the princesses of Ba,
And as Zalmunna.
and Zalmunna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the stubble before the wind,
As the fire burneth a wood.
as the fire burneth the wood,
And as the flame set the mountains on
and
fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest.
with thy tempest,
Make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them put to shame
and perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
You know, get the blessings in there.
This is the blessings prayer in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Allah Hayim.
Wa Allah Hayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Allah Wap Yahana.
Allah Wap Yahana.
Ha Allah Wapyam.
Ha Allah Wapyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Quatazal Yunyam.
Ha Quatazayanyam.
Ha Ka Yalyam.
Ha Ka Yalyam.
Wa Ha Akwathiyam.
Wa Ha Akwatiyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Wada Aman.
The Wada Aman. Bless his prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
All right, with that, sorry. Go ahead and set the scroll down. Blow the horn one more time. Oh, shit. With that, Shabia, Yeshak, all right, clap it up. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Yahweh Shema Adam, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This is the Isupk. It started out at 1 West, and it started at Exodus 37 and 15. 37 and 15. It started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969, under commanding General Yohana. We're here to teach the truth of the Bible for so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. According to the scriptures, you are the real Israelites. You call Key, straighten out the camera a little bit. It looks a little crooked. Again, the Sabbath service is a weekly thing that Israel is to keep. The scripture says we are to keep that throughout our generations forever. You understand? It's something that we ought to do. And so, that should be too hard. And so basically what we're doing is we have to make sure to keep the commandments of the Most High to the T. Okay, and striving to perfection, we got to continue to do so. And so that's why you see us out here wearing garments, holding a scroll, reading in Hebrew, doing the prayers, you understand? And it all seems strange at first. It may seem a bit alien or a bit foreign, but it's in fact ancient. A lot of people will look at what we do and they'll automatically assume, well, this is kind of cultic. This is kind of, well, it's definitely not common. That's for damn sure. Because it's not common for the children of Israel to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And so when we come back and we're showing our people how to do this, we do this every single week so that y'all see a shining example of the ancient traditions being kept on the earth. It's important that we do that because in these last days, people are going to be looking for leadership that is willing to teach, that is willing to extend a helping hand to make sure that our people are fed spiritually, to have all of the knowledge that's necessary for us to be returned to our kingdom. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up where we left off last week. We were in the book of Exodus, chapter 37. We're going to start at 15. And go ahead and start reading. I'll let you know how far we want to read.
In the Hebrew, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 37, verse 15. Wa'ya'ish, Ath, Habadayam, Itaziyah, Shatayam, Wa'yatazak, Atham, Zahab, Lasha'ath, Ath, Hasha, Lakan. Verse 16. Wa'ya'ish, Ath, Hakalayam, Ashar, Al, Hasha, Lakan, Ath, Kwa'ai, Ratha, Yawa, Wa'ath, Kapa, Yawa, Wa'ath, Mana Kwa, Ya, Yawa, Wa'ath, Hakwa, Shawath, Ashar, Yasak, Bahan, Zahab, Tahawar. Verse 17. Wayaish, Ath, Hamanara, Zahab, Tahawar, Makwasha, Aisha, Ath, Hamanara, Yaraka, Wakwana, Gaba, Yaaya, Kapa, Tharaya, Wapa, Rakaya, Mana, Hayawa. Verse 18. Wash Shasha, Kwanayam, Yataza Ayam, Mataza Daya, Malasha, Kwanaya, Manara, Matazada, Ha'akad, Washa Lasha, Kwanaya, Manara, Matazada, Hashanya. Verse 19. Shalasha, Gaba Ayam, Masha Kwadayam, Bakwana, Ha'akad, Kapathar, Wapa Rock, Washa Lasha, Gaba Ayam, Masha Kwadayam, Bakwana, Akkad, Kapathar, Wapa Rock, Khan, Lash Shashath, Hakwa Nayam, Haya Taza Ayam,
I'm gonna read through 28.
Man, Hama Nara. Verse 20. Waba Manara, Ara Baai, Gaba Ayam, Masha Kwadayam, Kapa Thariya, Wapa Rakaya. Verse 21. Waka Pathar, Thakath, Shanya, Hakwa Nayam, Mana, Waka Pathar, Thakath, Shanya, Hakwa Nayam, Mana, Waka Pathar, Thakath, Shanya, Hakwa Nayam, Mana, La Shashath, Hakwa Nayam, Haya Taza Ayam, Mana. Verse 22. Kapathar Yaham, Wakwa Natham, Mana, Hayawa, Kala, Makwasha, Akath, Zahab, Tahawar. Verse 23. Wayaish, Ath, Nara, Daya, Shabai, Shabai, no, Shabai, that's what it is. Shabai, Wama, Lakwa, Kaya, Wama Khataya Zahab Tahawar. Verse 24. Kakar Zahab Tahawar Aisha Atha Wa'ath Kal Kalaya. Verse 25. Waya Aish Ath Mazabak Hakwa Tarath Aitazaya Shatayam Ama Arakawa Wa'ama Rakabawa Rabawai Wa'a Matayam Kwama Tawa Ma Mana Ha Yawa Kwara Nata Yawa. Verse 26. Waya Tazak Atawa Zahab Tahawar Ath Ga Gawa Wa'ath Kwaya Rata Yawa Sabayab.
You could go ahead and go through 29. That'll finish the chapter.
Okay. Wa'ath Kwara Nata Yawa Waya Aish Lawa Zar Zahab Sabayab. Verse 27. Washanya Taba'aith Zahab Aisha Lawa Mata Kath Lazarawa Al Shanya Taza La Yawa Al Shanya Taza Da Yawa Laba Thayam no Laba Dayam Lasha'ath Atawa Baham. Verse 28. Waya Aish Ath Habadayam Aitaziyah Shatayam Waya Tazab Atham Zahab. Verse 29. Waya Aish Ath Shaman Hama Shakha Quadash Wa'ath Quatarath Hasa Mayam Tahawar Maisha Raquak.
All right, let's go ahead and get that into English. It was again Exodus chapter 37, verse 15.
In the English, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 37, verse 15. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. Verse 16. And he made the vessels which were upon the table, his dishes, his spoons, and his bowls, and his covers to cover withal, of pure gold.
Now, this is just talking about the altar, building the altar. It's talking about all the stuff we see on this table right here, except it's even higher quality than all this. This ain't nothing compared to what the way it's going to look in the kingdom. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you imagine the classes in the kingdom too, the Sabbath services, the breakdowns. This is going to be glorious. Every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 17. And he made the candlestick of pure gold.
That's right.
Of beaten work made he the candlestick,
Mm-hmm.
his shaft and his branch, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers were of the same.
And it's supposed to be 7 total branches. The branch in the middle, the ones that come out the sides, 3 on each side. Let that be understood that that's what a real menorah is supposed to look like. It's not supposed to have a bunch of extra, branches coming out like on the Judaism side of things. They have like 9 or something like that. Just stick with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 18. And 6 branches going out of the sides thereof,
There it is.
3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side thereof,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side thereof.
That's where you get 7 from. You don't see there any other instructions aside from 7. Go ahead.
Verse 19. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds in one branch, a knot and a flower,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 bowls made like almond in another branch, a knot and a flower. So throughout the 6 branches going out of the candlestick.
And we talking about the fashion of almonds. It's talking about the shape, so that it can hold. Now, there's a certain type of shape because it's got to hold the candlestick. So it's talking about this part right here that attaches on the end that is used to carry the candlestick. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And in the candlestick were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knops and his flowers.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches going out of it.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 22. Their knops and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. Verse 23. And he made his 7 lamps and his snuffers and his snuff dishes of pure gold. Verse 24. Of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof.
That lets you know how much is used. It's a certain weight that is used for the whole thing. So that kind of lets you know what size you can make using the talent of pure gold for all that and all the vessels. Read on.
Verse 25. And he made the incense altar of shittim wood. The length of it was a cubit, and the breadth of it a cubit. It was 4 square, and 2 cubits was the height of it. The horns thereof were of the same. Verse 26. And he overlaid it with pure gold, both the top of it and the sides thereof round about, and the horns of it. Also he made unto it a crown of gold round about. And he made 2 rings of gold for it under the crown thereof, by the 2 corners of it, upon the 2 sides thereof, to be places for the staves to bear it withal. Verse 28. And he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold.
Right. And those are the staves are basically the poles that go through the rings that are used to carry these objects that are being made with gold. Go ahead and finish that last verse.
Verse 29. And he made the holy anointing oil and the pure incense of sweet spices according to the work of the apothecary.
If you remember in the previous chapter, on the previous verses where it described it, it gives you a certain amount for each material, each spice that goes into the oil that creates the full oil. You understand? So even that has certain parameters with it too. Let's go ahead and go back to the Hebrew. We're going to go on to chapter 38. We're going to read the first. Let's read the first 14 verses.
In the Hebrew, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 1. Wayaish, Ath, Mazabak, Ha'ila, Itazayah, Shatayam, Kamash, Amawath, Ara Kawa, Wakamash, Amawath, Rakabawa, Rabawai, Washalash, Amawath, Kwamatawa. Verse 2. Wayaish, Kwara Natha Yawa, Al, Arabai, Panatha Yawa, Manawa, Hayawa. Quara Nathayawa. Waya Tazak. Atawa. Makha Makashath. Verse 3. Waya Aish. Ath. Kal. Kalawa. Hama Zabak. Ath. Hasa Yarath. Wa'ath. Haya Ayam. Wa'ath. Hama Zara Quath. Ath. Hama Zalagath. Wa'ath. Hama Katath. Kal. Kala Yawa. Aisha. Nakashath. Verse 4. Waya Aish. Lama Zabak. Makabar. Ma'aish. No, that's Ma'aisha. Rashath. Nakashath. Thakath. Kara Kabawa. Mala Mata. Id. Katazayawa. Verse 5. Waya Tazak. Arabai. Taba'ith. Ba'a Rabat. Hakwa Tazawath. Lama Kabar. Hana Kashath. Batayam. Laba Dayam. Verse 6. Waya Aish. Ath. Habadayam. Itaziyah. Shatayam. Waya Tazak. Atham. Nakashath. Waya Ba'a. Ath. Habadayam. Bata Ba'ith. Al. Tazala'ith. Hama Zabak. Lash Sha'ath. Atawa. Baham. Nabawab. Lakath. Aisha. Atawa. Verse 8. Waya Aish. Ath. Haka Yawar. Nakashath. Wa'ath. Kanawa. Wakashath. Bama Ra'ath. Hataza Ba'ath. Ashar. Taza Bawa. Pathak. Ahal. Mawa'id. Verse 9. Waya Aish. Ath. Hakatazar. La Pa'ath. Zagab. Daya Mana. Kuala Ayah. Hakatazar. Shash. Mashazar. Ma'a. Ba'ama. Verse 10. Ima Wada Yaham. Isharim. Wa'a Dana Yaham. Aisha Isharium, Nakashath, Waya, Ha'ai Madiyam, Waka Shakwa Yaham, Kasap. Verse 11, Wala Pa'ath, Taza Pawan, Ma'a, Ba'ama, I Mawa Dayaham, Isharium, Wa'a Dana Yaham, Isharium, Nakashath, Waya, Ha'ai Mawadam, Mawadayam, Waka Shakwa Yaham, Kasap. Verse 12, Wala Pa'ath, Yam, Kuala Ayam, Kamashim,
Mhm.
Ba'ama, Ima Wada Yaham, I Isharia, I know Ashara, Wa'a Dana Yaham, I Ashara, Waya, Ha'ai Madayam, Waka Shawa Kwa Yaham, Kasap. Verse 13, Wala Pa'ath, Kwadama, Maza Raka, Kamashim, Ama. Verse 14, Kuala Ayam, Kamash, um, Ashara, Ama, all, Hakathop, Ima, Wada Yaham, Shala, Shalasha, Shalash, Wa'a da, Dana Yaham, Shalash.
Let's go ahead and get that in English.
In
Start
the,
verse 1.
in the English, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 1.
Mhm.
And he made the altar of burnt offering of shittim wood. 5 cubits was the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was 4 square, and 3 cubits the height thereof. And he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same, and he overlaid it with brass. Verse 3, and he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots and the shovels and the basins and the flesh hooks and the fire pans. All the vessels thereof made he of brass. Verse 4, and he made for the altar a brazen grate of network under the compass thereof beneath unto the midst of it. Verse 5, and he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass to be places for the stays. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with brass. Verse 7, and he put the staves into the rings on the sides of the altar to bear it withal. He made the altar hollow with boards. Verse 8, and he made the laver of brass, and the foot of it of brass, and of the looking glasses of the women assembling, which assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 9, and he made the court on the south side, southward. The hangings of the court were of fine twined linen, and 100 cubits.
Mhm.
Verse 10, their pillars were 20, and their brazen sockets 20. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets were of silver. Verse 11, And for the north side, the hangings were 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their sockets of brass 20. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. Verse 12. And for the west side were hangings of 50 cubits. Their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. Verse 13. And for the east side eastward 50 cubits. Verse 14, the hangings of the one side of the gate were 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3.
Excellent. We're going to keep reading in the Hebrew. We're going to go from verse 15 to 28. Just want to just recap what we're reading. This is talking about every aspect of the tabernacle, from the altar to the table to the Ark of the Covenant, the menorah. Everything is built with the ability to pack it up and move in mind. That's why it keeps talking about the staves and the rings, with the rings that have a strong material laden with copper or laden with gold to forbear is what it says, right? To be able to forbear, maybe like think about how like I hate to think of this as an example, but when you think of like a coffin and how the coffin has the handles on the sides so that you had the bearers that can lift it all together. Think about sort of in that sense, but not obviously we're not making coffins, right? We're making the altar, we're making everything that comes together in our tabernacle. And not just that, the actual pillars that are used for the corners of the building, everything from the curtains and all that stuff, it's built for transversal. It's built to be able to move it around however it needs to move. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In the Hebrew, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 15. Wala kathap ha-shanyath mazah wa mazah lasha'ir ha-katazar kwala ayam kamash I Asherah Ama Ima Dayaham Shalash Wa'a Dana Yaham Shalash. Verse 16. Call Qualaya Hakatazar Sabayab Shash Mashazar. Verse 17. Waha I Danayam La I Madayam Nakashath Wahwaya Ha I Mawadayam Waka Shana Kwa Yaham Kasap Wataza Pawaya Ra'a Shayaham Kasap Waham Maka Shakoyam Kasap Call Ima Diyah Haka Tazar. Verse 18. Wamasak Sha'ir Haka Tazar Ma'aisha Raquam Thakalath Wa'a Ragaman Wata Wala Ith Shanaya Washash Mashazar Wa Isharium Ama Arap Wakwa Wama Barakab Kamash Amawath La'ai Math, Kwa Laya, Hakatazar. Verse 19, Wa'ai Mada Yaham, Arabai, Wa'ai Dana Yaham, Arabai, Nakashath, Yaham, Kasap, Wa Taza Pawaya, Ra'a Shayaham, Wakha Shakwa Yaham, Kasap. Verse 20, Wakal, Haya Thadath, Lama Shakan, Wala Khtazar, Sabayab, Nakashath. Verse 21, Allah, Pakwa Wadiyah, Hama Shakan, Mashakan, Ha'ai Dath, Ishar, Paquad, Al, Payah, Mashah, Ibadath, Hala Wayam, Bayad, Aya Thamar, Ban, Aharon, Hakahan. Verse 22, Waba Taza La'al, Ban, Awa Raya, Ban, Kawar, Lamata, Yahawada, Yahawada, Aisha, Ath, Kal, Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Ath, Mashah, Wa'atawa, Aha, Laya, Ab, Ban, Akha, Ya, Samak, Lamata, Dan, Ka, Rosh, Waka, Shab, Wara, Kwam, Bata, Kalath, Waba, Ara, Gaman, Waba, Thawa, La'ith, Ha Shanaya, Wabashash. Verse 24, Call, Hazahab, Ha'ai Shawaya, Lama La'aka, Bakal, Mala Akath, Hakwadash, Waya Haya, Zahab, Hata Nayapa, the the shy. Yeah.
Well, Aisha Ryan.
Huh?
Well, Aisha Ryan.
Nah, I was doing the one before that.
The shy?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. Why I shot why I Sharium, Kakar, Wash Washabai,
Mm-hmm.
Ma Ma Mawad, Wa Washa Lashiam, Washalashiam, Shaqual, Bashaqual, Hakwadash. Verse 25. Wakasa, Pakwa Wadaya, Ha'ida, Ma'ath, Kakar, Wa'alap, Wa Shabai, Ma'awath, Wa Kamash, Washa Ba'ayim, Shaqual, Bashaqual, Hakodash, verse 26, Bakwai, Lath, Maka Tazayath, Ha Shaqual, Bashaqual, Hakodash, Lakal, Ha'ai Al, Hapa Kwa Dayam, Maban, Isharium, Shana, Wama Ilah, La Shasha, Ma'awath, Ilap, Washa Lashath, Ala Payam, Wakamash, Ma'awath, Waka Mashayam. Verse 27, Waya Haya, Ma'ath, Kakar, Hakasap, La Tazakwath, Ath, Adanaya, Hakwadash, Wa'ath, Adaniyah, Hapa Rakath, Ma'ath, Hadanayam, Lama'ath, Kakar, La'adan, verse 28, Wa'ath, Ha'alap, Wa Shabai, Hama Awath, Wa Kamash, Washa Ba'ayam, Aisha, Wa Wayam, La'ai Mawa Dayam, Wa Tazapa, Ra'a Shayaham, Wa Shak, no, Shak, Atham. That's it.
All right, let's get that into English. Clap it up for this brother, man. Reading that Hebrew. Definitely knows what he's doing with the Hebrew. It's excellent. We started at verse 15.
Then in the English, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 15. And for the other side of the court gate, on this hand and that hand, were hangings of 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. Verse 16. All the hangings of the court round about were of fine twined linen.
And I'm imagining 15 cubits, pillars 3, sockets 3. So every 5 cubits, there's a pillar and a socket. You know what I'm saying? So split up like that. All the hangings of the court were of fine twined linen. I don't know where we got all that from, just being in the wilderness some damn where, but we did it. We made it happen. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And the sockets for the pillars were of brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters of silver. And all the pillars of the court were filleted with silver. Verse 18. And the hanging for the gate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. And 20 cubits was the length, and the height and the breadth was 5 cubits, answerable to the hangings of the court. Verse 19. And their pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass 4, their hooks of silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters and the fillets of silver. Verse 20. And all the pins of the tabernacle and of the court round about were of brass. Verse 21. This is the sum of the tabernacle, even of the tabernacle of testimony, as it was counted, according to the commandment of Moses, for the service of the Levites by the hand of Ithamar, son to Aaron the priest.
A couple things that I want to mention about that. So it's saying the sum of the tabernacle. So they've completed the tabernacle. This is when the product is finished. This is what they got as the final product. So we went over all the dimensions. It even goes as far as to say that this is specifically for the Levites, which is true at the time. You understand? It wasn't until the order of Melchizedek that was the priesthood was given to the other tribes as well. And so at this time, that is the duty of the Levites. And so Ithamar, the son of Aaron, the priest, were the ones that were going to be wearing the ephod and the garments regarding that. Yesterday, I taught a class where we went over a scripture, and in the scripture, one of the definitions of the word, I think it was mad or madah, which actually means a garment of judgment, basically. A garment of judgment is a garment that is only allowed for a certain rank or a priest.
Right.
And so that it's like the language of the Hebrew is actually telling you straight up that our doctrine is so on point, because you can't even wear colored garments until you're an officer in the school.
Right.
And that is biblical. That is actually biblical. When you look at the definition of the word mad or madyum, or just talking about when it's talking about the garments, or madawaf, it's one of those. I went into that yesterday, and it was incredible to see that, because the word garment and judgment was the same word. And so it's like everything that was made was for the service of the priesthood, which we know eventually is going to be for the 12 tribes of Israel and the kingdom of heaven. And so that office is to be taken serious, to receive that name, to receive that title, you understand, as an officer or a captain or a general. Those are not something, this is not taken lightly. And this is something that's going to be even more evident once we get into the book of Numbers, especially where it starts to go into specifics of the ranking and order and all those things like that. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made all that the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 23. And with him was Aholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, an engraver, and a cunning workman, and an embroiderer in blue, and in purple, and in scarlet, and fine linen.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. All the gold that was occupied for the work, and all the work of the holy place, even the gold of the offering, was 29 talents, and 730 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. Verse 25. And the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation was 100 talents, and 1,763 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. A bekah for every man, that is, half a shekel, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for everyone that went to be numbered, from 20 years old and upward, for 600,000 and 3,550 men. Verse 27. And of the 100 talents of silver were cast the sockets of the sanctuary, and the sockets of the veil, and 100 sockets of the 100 talents.
I want to mention this too, because the number of men that were 20 years old and upward, and this is just the men that were 20 and upward, was 603,550. So that actually was they actually kind of, and more or less, giving us a census as how large of a congregation this is. Right. When you think about that, then you consider, how did we get all that gold and silver? It was because we had so many people that were able to give a little bit here and there that could be, broken down and melted and repurposed for whatever was needed for the temple. So it took hundreds of thousands of us coming out of Egypt. That's a lot of people.
Right.
You imagine that group of people walking through the Red Sea, just parted. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. And yet that just goes to show you when it comes down to us being saved from this place, that's going to be a lot of management that's necessary.
Right.
And so when you're stepping into the role of the priesthood, you're stepping into a role of responsibility and for the looking out and looking after and counseling over many, many people. So we have to keep that in mind as we prepare our minds for what's to come in these days moving forward. Go ahead.
A talent for a socket. Verse 28. And of the 1,775 shekels, he made hooks for the pillars and overlaid their chapiters and filleted them.
All right, now we're gonna just got a couple more verses left. We're gonna finish this chapter and read 3 of the next chapter because we had read an extra verse earlier, so we just need to read 6 more verses. We're gonna read the 3 verses that finish this chapter, and then 3 verses that start the next chapter.
I don't come.
So we'll stop at Exodus 39 and 3.
In the Hebrew, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 29. Wana kashath hata na wapa shabbat shabayim, yeah, kakar wa'a la payam wa'a wa arabai ma'awath shakwal. Verse 30. Waya aish ba ath adaniyah patak ahal mawa'id wa'ath mazabak hana kashath wa'ath makabar hana kashath ashar lawa wa'ath kal kalawa kalaya hama zabak. Verse 31. Wa'ath adaniyah hakatazar saviyah wa'ath adaniyah sha'ir hakatazar wa'ath kal yathadath hama shakan wa'ath kal yathadath hakatazar sabayah. In the Hebrew, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 39, verse 1. Waman hata kalath waha ragaman wata wala aith ha shanaya aish shawa baga daya sharad la sharath bakwadash waya aishawa ath baga daya hakwadash ashar la aharon ka ashar tazawa Yahweh ath Mashah. Verse 2. Waya aish ath ha'apad zahab dakalath wa'a ragaman wata wala'ith shanaya washash mashazar. Verse 3. Waya Rakwa Ire, Ath, Pakaya, Hazahab, Wakwa Taza, what? Ain't that two Tazas?
Yeah, Tazat.
It's not Taza,
Nah, it's Tazat.
Tazat. Oh, Tazat.
I had a
Okay.
word like that yesterday.
Okay.
It was not arrow. You know how Captain Katazar's name is Katazar,
Mm-hmm.
but the other word, the word not arrow, but the what's it called? No, the Archman. Archman is Katazat with the two Tazars next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at that too. But yeah, it's the same rule applies. So you start with the way one sounds, and then you finish with the way the other one starts.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's Tazat.
Tazat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wakwa Tazat. Pata Yalam. La'ai Shawath. Batawak. Hata Kalath. Waba Tawak. Ha'a Ragaman. Waba Tawak. Tawa La'ith. Hashaniyah. Waba Tawak. Hashash. Ma'isha. Khashab.
That's in verse 3. All
Okay.
right, go ahead and read that in English.
In the English, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 38, verse 29. And the brass of the offering was 70 talents and 2,400 shekels. Verse 30. And therewith he made the sockets to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the brazen altar, and the brazen grate for it, and all the vessels of the altar. Verse 31. And the sockets of the court round about, and the sockets of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about. In, in English, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 39, verse 1. And of the blue and purple and scarlet, they made cloths of service to do service in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 2. And he made the ephod of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. Verse 3. And they did beat the gold into thin plates, and cut it into wires to work it in the blue, and in the purple, and in the scarlet, and in the fine linen with cunning work.
All right, with that, Imagine. Let's go ahead and cover this. Go ahead and blow the horn. Oh, damn. Set it down real quick. Pour you a little. Yeah. I forgot to do this.
Blow the horn again.
No, you're good.
La Yashala.
La
Laya Shala. What kind of wine they get? Please?
Some song, dude.
I smell it. All right, with that, Amayim, which means to stand. Sar, Pama Hakudan. And we're going to finish with the Lord's Prayer in Lashwan Kodash.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Malakuka. Taba'ah.
Zaka.
Ratzazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathalanao.
Come.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknao.
Wasalaknao.
Kawatyano.
Kabawathno.
Kasalaknao.
Kasalaknao.
Kawatyano.
Kabawathno.
Wala.
Wala.
Tabaino.
Tabiaino.
Panasai one.
Panasai one.
Abal.
Abal.
Awashaino.
Awashaino.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapara.
Wahatapara.
La'awalamia.
La'awalamia.
Aman.
Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
And forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver
but
us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be.
So be it.
That's Sar. At this time, we're going to go ahead and salute the scroll. Go ahead and go down here real quick. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
All right, go ahead and blow the horn. One again, more. Excellent. All right, now at this time, we're going to give the brothers one courtesy salute. Sisters may have a seat. Men of Israel, Amam Shabbat, Amadya, Barak,
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yaji Matap. Sar, turn and face the sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadya Shabbat, Amadya, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Atah Bashem Yahshua.
Yaji Matap. Dismiss. That was excellent.